Welcome to my kitchen. Welcome to my music. Just checking my microphone. Actually, let's turn on our new light too. So, I am going to make suddenly salad. Bobby's not a big pasta guy, but he said he does like when I make this sometimes. So, I'm going to do this following the instructions on the back. I'll show you what that entails. Of course, it's a commercial on the radio. Darn it. Hopefully you can't hear that too bad. We're going to add guacamole. I like little pieces of cheddar. And yes, it's real cheese this time. We usually do vegan cheese, but I wanted this particular cheese for this. I'm gonna also do tuna on the side with banana pepper in it. I use the vegan mayo. Black pepper will go in all of this. We're gonna have an orange on the side. Look how odd this orange has grown. And let's go out back and harvest some green onion with the Cutco. Updates. This is bakery fresh bread that we got. I'm going to do the tuna melts on that. I'm going to add some tomato to my tuna melt because he doesn't like tomato. And I'm a little upset because, before I get into why I'm upset, I love this song. I love Dio. Bobby got tuna in oil, and that is so gross. I have tactile type problems, so it's going to be interesting to play with this fish and oil. 2 thumbs down on that. I got the water starting to boil over there, and we'll continue on. You also have to provide your own oil. It's not included in the kit, and this is what it looks like. This is the seasoning crouton mix. This is this, and then I have my own oil. And I like to do this earlier so that it can cool, so I can add the cheese without it melting it, and it's just better chilled for dinner. There's my green onions, and I will use the same Cutco to cut that and put it into both the dishes as well. Okay, I guess I can do the cheese cubes now. Pasta going in. Let me set the timer for that. Classic song. All right, I did the cold water. I wish I would have taped filling this up with the oil. For some reason, it just looks so cool. This smells so good and refreshing. And you have to put a 1/4 cup of oil. So this is going to be like the dressing per se, the sauce. So let me get this mixed up good. It says to do this while the other stuff's boiling. So I just cut the cheese into 3 slices, and then I just do this. Score it this way, and this way, and then I do this. I just make, and then it'll end up making these little cubes. Guess I'll go ahead and just do the green onions on this too for now. And what I usually do is I take them and then I go in half just to make it easier for cutting. Then I just go down and cut it like this. You've heard me say it a million times. These are the easiest things to grow yourself on your patio. I never buy green onions. They're endless. I'm worried about these avocados. Let's see how they are inside. Ooh, that felt a little squishy. Are they too ripe? Oh no, they're good. Yay! I'm gonna add this in here to the pasta salad. Oh yeah, Billy Idol. I saw him perform on how was he, on the Empire State Building or something? He still does pretty good. It's a trip because he's old and he moves differently, but it was pretty cool. These rockers that just keep rocking, you know? Okay, I'm so glad that it's a little one, but it'll work. And then I need to get the onion chopped. I'm only going to use half of that now. And then I prefer to just put leftover items like this in Tupperware instead of a baggie. Better for the environment. Moving on. Let's do some of the onion. Ew. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. What's going on, man? It's next to impossible to get good produce anymore. Oh no, something's not good with this onion. Hopefully I'll get enough of it for the recipe. And if I do have any left over, I put onions in this kind of disposable, like takeout container so they don't stink up my stuff. I don't know what's going on with this onion here. You guys see that weird, like it has like a hollow tube through it. Gross. Let's slice it down the middle and see what we're working with here. Oh my God, gross! I've never seen this before. Ew! Is the rest still good? I think it is. Let me get rid of this stuff. Oh my God, that's so nasty. Ew! I'm gonna take this ring out too. I don't like the way that one looks. Oh my God, that's so nasty. Ew! Let me get this out. Ugh. Frickin' nasty, but I think this part will be fine, so let's cut this up. I used to do black olives in my tuna, but I can't do black olives anymore. They're not healthy for me. Sometimes I'll do relish in my tuna, but today we're going to do the green onion and the banana peppers. I'm going to chop these a little smaller because in this type of salad, I do like them smaller. Now it says rinse with cool water, so I'm going to rinse with this cold filtered water and let that pasta cool off. I feel like I'm being a baby, but fishy tuna oil, it's just so freaking disgusting. Ugh. Ugh, I just hate it. All right, let's build this salad and get back to the tuna. I'm getting traumatized here. Okay, let's get this sauce in here first. Looks weird and coagulated to me, but hopefully by the time you get it in here, it mixes in well because it looks freaking gross. Sometimes what I'll do too is I'll pop in like what I'm making and like just do this so that you can get as much of the sauce as you can. Ugh, it just seems so greasy and clumpy. Ew. What the heck? I don't know why this is turning into... Alright, I guess it's blending alright. Let's add some black pepper. And let me make sure this is cooled enough. Oh yeah, it's cool, so I can add... Let me add the other stuff. So some of the green onion, because I need some for the tuna. All of the cheese. I want to make sure I leave a little of the green onion on here. And then all of this, I guess. That seems like a lot of onion, but luckily red onion is pretty mild. So you want to use the back of your knife. You know what? I'm just going to put this all in and I'm going to go harvest more green onion for the tuna. Right, now the avocado, and what I do is I just score it like this. Each one. And then I'm going to scoop it out with a spoon. It will keep the shape of these little, kind of like a cube, right? So rent your love to me a while. Do with me what you will. Freaking love. Oh yeah, good times. And on we rode the storm. I know I can't sing, guys, but I like to anyway. All right, we got all of the avocado in. Is that everything? Let me look at my ingredient notes here. I always do these chicken scratch notes. Yeah, it said you could add mayo if you wanted. I might do that just because I added so many extra ingredients that it's harder for the sauce to go as far as it needs to. So let's add just a smidge of vegan mayo to this. So I'm just going to do one big spoonful of that. So let's get this all. I do miss the black olives I used to put in here, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I would do pickles too. Bobby really likes pickles. Oh, let me throw a little bit of pickle in here for him. What the heck, you know? Got to keep my man happy here. So I just cut up some of these dill pickle chips. About that much. Not too much. Pickles can be overpowering, you know. All right, last stir. Ooh, look at the color. It looks delish. And I'm going to let this chill, and then we're going to move on to the tuna that will turn into the tuna melts later. See this little thing on top? That's a flower. I'm going to cut it off and serve it to Bobby. He likes those flowers. You can eat them. So let's do the green onion. Bobby will be home from work soon. And this way, all I have to do is make do the tuna melts real quick, and all the rest of this is good to go. And I like to use the Cutco scissors to do the banana peppers too. So easy. I'm telling you guys, Cutco is the bomb. I used to sell it back way back in the day when I was getting licensing for insurance sales. And it's so funny. I've sold a lot of things over the years. I come from a family that's in sales. What's that sound? Oh, I left the fridge open and it's warning me. Ah! That's so funny. Did you guys hear that? Anyway, what I was going to say is Cutco is one of the things that people to this day just thank me so much for selling to them. Let's do a little bit of black pepper. And let's go ahead and do some of the vegan mayo. That's probably good. It's all blended and done. Let's keep it in the fridge until dinner. All right, I'm back with the chili peppers. Oopsie, let me shut the fridge. I left that open again. The oven is preheating. I let Bobby look at the salad and smell it when he came home. He was so happy. I told him he gets to eat the little flower, onion flower. That looks good, smells good. So let's get this finished up here and get the tuna melts in the oven. And then Bobby's going to try this Dubai specialty pistachio candy thing. It was 22 bucks for, there was one more, so it ends up being $11 per little square thing. Here, let me show you. That'll be a short if you want to watch for that on the playlist. So this is what the one that's left looks like. Let's get some cheese slice to place on the top of the tuna melt. Good song. Can you guys hear it? This is Aussie. I love it. I hear Bobby getting into it back there. Oh, Aussie. I hope you guys can hear the music. Let me put this in the broiler now. I really hope you can hear it because I'm not talking in hopes that you're hearing Aussie. Respect, you know. Journey. Yeah, they're not in my top favorite. I don't get to use this one very often, but it's perfect for scooping the sandwiches off the broiling pan. And you can tell we like green because I really like these pot holder things. They work well, and I like the color. So let's see if the sandwiches are done. Looks good and melty to me. Time to serve them up. Mine's the tomato one. His is a no tomato. This looks so good. Yummy in my tummy. Time to eat.
If I can't keep my head held high enough, I'll just be love and watch the smiles come.
Thanks for watching.
Bring my spirits up.
Don't forget to stop and smell the flowers.
There's some shit I like to fix, but I still know that I'm blessed.